Good evening, everybody, my dear Singaporeans. We have come to the last day of campaign, and here we are, our final rally of People's Power Party for this general election. General election doesn't mean to elect generals, huh? So remember, no generals. Well, I'm only given 50 minutes to present my speech. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank those who have been supporting me. Thank you for your sponsorships. For the second rally we had on Monday. To have one rally is not cheap. When Ah Seng told me it needs 13K to 14K to have one rally, I wonder, where can I get so much funds? Without their sponsorship, I don't think we can have a rally. We do not have support from the local media because our party has only 4 candidates. They will only give broadcast to big parties, so unable to broadcast for us. So the only way to reach you people is by rally. Who you cast your vote to is very important. Many told me, my one vote bolat leh. Anjo change, beside change lah. Don't look down on your one vote. It is like a bullet. Piang, it goes, it shoots into the heart. It may be just your one vote and we will win the battle. It can change all our fate, like Teo Wei Pio Ho. This election is very crucial. It determines your fate to be better. 这个大选很重要，它能够改变我们的命运。So very important, vote wisely. You just have to ask yourself, do you want to pay to serve the masters, or do you want servants to serve you? Do you still want to pay millions of dollars to people who don't look after you and your welfare? You don't need to pay millions of dollars to us to serve you. So think about it. Vote for People's Power Party. One thing that I'd like to bring up also, voting the tyrants to rule means you are endorsing abuse of power, injustice, inhumanity. Then you will feel fear and you will feel insecure. It's not nice feeling insecure and living in fear in your own country. All of you should know by now, I'm 55 years old this year. By right, I should be withdrawing my CPF this year. But no, PAP government has changed the rules and the laws on this CPF for so many times to prevent me to do so. When I first started to work, PAP government promised me that I could withdraw my CPF when I reached 55. But throughout the years, PAP has changed the rules on CPF with every attempt to prevent me to see my hard-earned money, even till the day I die. Yeah, we want money. We want our money back. You may think that your children may see and touch your CPF money when you pass on. But beware, PAP has sneakily put up a nominee form which actually says that your CPF money will be transferred to your children's CPF accounts instead of letting them cash it out. So, my advice here to all Singaporeans, please make sure you get the right nominee form when you go to CPF. There are 2 different nominee forms. And make sure you get the one that allows your nominee to withdraw every single cent from CPF. instead of getting your money stuck in CPF again for decades. If you have signed your nominee form, please go to CPF and double check again which nominee form you have signed previously. Revoke the previous one if you have signed the wrong one. Insist of changing the nominee terms if it is the wrong one. It is our money. And we have the right to do so. PAP didn't ask us whether we want our CPF money to be locked in our account at age 55 with the ever-increasing minimum sum. This is killing. PAP didn't consult us whether we want to lock our CPF money into special account, the MediSave. MediSave is just a GIC method to make sure PAP government do not need to pay the ever-increasing medical costs created by PAP when we are unable to pay. They collected 7 billion and saved 5 billion every year. PAP didn't ask us when it went on to create CPF Life, which forces everyone to buy a lousy life annuity, which gives you lousy return. We have to live till at least 80 years old to really benefit extra payout from this scheme. But how many of you expect to live beyond 80 years old? Yeah, you will know, maybe 吃豆腐死了，对不？ And don't you think you are finally to squeeze PAP for money when you live beyond 80? Because the money used to finance these extra benefits come from other fellow Singaporeans who have unfortunately passed away earlier in their life. It is not PAP who is going to help to finance your right old age retirement, but some other Singaporeans who have died before you. We have a social contract with PAP's pioneer leaders. They have promised us to return our CPF at 55. They may have passed on, but the current PAP leaders should honor this social contract. It will be an extremely dishonorable thing, but to honor the promises and social contract which their own past leaders have set. How can Singaporeans trust PAP anymore? If they could just anyhow revoke past social contract without our consent, we are giving them a blank check. If this is commercial contract between a wealth management company and us, we could have sued the company for breach of contract. But this is PAP government. It is just basically because we do not have enough opposition MPs in parliament that they could just change the terms and conditions as and when it likes. Suka-suka 换了。讲了不？ PAP will argue that Singaporeans have continuously given them great mandate via the past GEs, and therefore it shows Singaporeans supported its CPF changes. Is that true? The truth is, PAP's so-called mandate has dropped to mere 60% of popular votes. It is the GIC system and gerrymandering PAP has put up to protect itself, that protect its numerous seats in parliament, and this gives false sense of mandate to PAP. There's only one honorable thing for PAP to do, to keep to the promise of returning our CPF money to those who have contributed to CPF before all these strange changes were made without our consent. I would suggest that for those Singaporeans who are born before 1985, suy hả? Chưa đâu. Okay. We also still need to take care of them, okay? PAP should honor the social contract to return their CPF at 55. No ifs or buts. They have contributed to CPF based on the understanding that they will get back their CPF money at 55. And there will be no ever increasing minimum sum nor all sorts of changes which only serve to keep our hard-earned money in in PAP government's hand, or rather in GIC and Temasek holdings. Many Singaporeans have lost trust in GIC and Temasek holdings. They are opaque, and not transparent in their dealings. We only hear about the massive losses of these two entities from foreign sources in 2008-2009, before they admitted it publicly, recently only. Imagine Singaporeans are kept in the dark of their own sovereign wealth funds and have to get news about it from foreigners. What an irony. And the fact that we only get pittance returns like kacang putih, from PAP government, although they claim GIC and Temasek holdings are earning high return. Why should we be ripped off? Supply these two SWF funds to earn big bucks and give their directors and CEO fat bonuses, while we continue to get such a low return of 2.5% to 4% from them. No logic, right? So somebody said we come gone, so better wake up already, huh? Don't sleep anymore. Huh? We should share the bulk of the fruits of these two SWF because they are supposed to serve us instead of us using our CPF money to serve their $1 million salaries and big fat bonuses. Yes, we want back our money. If you don't believe, look at the accounts of Temasek Holdings, whereby they spend a whole of $8 billion for administration costs. $8 billion. Do you know that $8 billion could well be the budget for a small ministry already? That is why we suggest that let Singaporeans have the choice to put their CPF monies into other wealth management funds, just like Hong Kong's MPF. These wealth management funds will provide portfolios with different risk level and allow Singaporeans to allocate their CPF monies in different percentage into these portfolios. And investing in these wealth management funds should not have any high cost imposed by CPF or PAP government. This will empower Singaporeans to take care of their own retirement funds. It will allow Singaporeans to invest their own CPF money according to their risk portfolio, instead of putting it into Temasek Holdings or GIC, which have been opaque and taken highly risky positions in financial markets, which causes huge losses in 2008-2009. In 2008-2009, Temasek Holdings and GIC started to take highly risky positions in buying up those failing big banks and financial institutions. PAP said that it is once in the lifetime opportunity to invest in these well-established financial institutions. But it ended up as a once in the lifetime opportunity to lose over hundreds of billions of our national reserves. And part of this include our CPF money. They are basically gambling with our CPF money. 相信我吧，只要这一把，我就可以通通还给你。你相信吗？我相信你才怪呢。In Cantonese, we always say, 黐線啊，黐孖筋。PAP 靠得住，居然會相信。Almost all sovereign funds in the world, except Singapore's GIC and Temasek Holdings, do not take unnecessary high risk because they understand that they are managing public funds and they are transparent and open in their accounts and management of their funds. It is extremely dangerous to have GICs and Temasek Holdings to engage in extremely high-risk investment using our national assets, which include our CPF, and yet remains totally opaque about it. 看無的啊，到這陣講看有無，還是看無，小氣無，真氣。My dear Singaporeans, we are not lack of ideas, and we are more concerned about how PAP go about meddling our CPF monies. We are more concerned of the track record of both GIC and Temasek Holdings' reckless investment decisions, which do not benefit us at all, but instead putting our CPF money at risk. It is natural for anyone with a reasonable mind to connect such reckless investment of high-risk nature, which causes huge losses, accompanied by the lack of transparency, increasing HDB pricing, and healthcare costs, so to drain out our CPF money, and constant questionable manipulations of CPF rules and regulations to prevent us from seeing our own money up till the day we die. All this linked together. It is hard for us to have any trust in the PAP system anymore. Do you still trust PAP? My dear Singaporeans, I urge you to consider this issue very carefully before you go to the polling station 2 days later. If you continue to vote for PAP, you will continue to give it the false sense of mandate. And it will conclude that you are giving all the power to do whatever it wants. Singaporeans must vote in enough opposition MPs to fill up at least 2/3 of the seats in Parliament, so that we can stop PAP from just bulldozing unpopular policies and changes like the CPF as they want. No more blank check to PAP, please. And let us from People's Power Party be your power in Parliament to scrutinize its every attempt to pass unreasonable laws that causing harm or damage to Singaporeans' interests. Changes made to CPF is one very important example. My dear CCK voters, you will be going to the polls to vote on September 11, 911, a day nobody will forget. I strongly urge you to consider this very carefully because we don't want to be the 911 from, you know where, the 2-tower bomb that it go. Please do not void your vote by writing hate messages on the ballot paper. Don't put FU, okay? Because you put there, they can't see. PAP don't really care. Because your vote is secret, your ballot paper is secret. If drop into the box, they can't see it. And they don't really care and would be extremely happy because you have done that a favor, that because their opponents like us will be one vote less. So please don't write anything on the ballot paper. Just cross at the right box. That is our purple team. PPP. People's Power Party. PPP. You may think your one vote is inconsequential, but please remember the last election. Potong Pasir was lost to PAP by just 114 votes. 114 votes only. While there were 170 plus spot votes. So imagine those spot votes add on to it. They should have won it. If everyone voted carefully and not wasting any votes, Potong Pasir may still be an opposition ward today. So vote carefully in the coming poll. Put a nice cross next to our PPP logo of fire. No other writings should matter, okay? No any other thing, just a nice cross. Okay, sweet, okay? Exercise your power carefully. Work for change. Work to secure our future together. Work for People's Power Party. Thank you.